What's going on, guys? This is Joshua, feature filmmaker of Fraser Reviews, where I talk movies, TV, music, and it's time to get back into the world to do 2021 coverage. So let's talk about it. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment down below your top 5 reasons why this movie might disappoint, and share this video. All of my social media links are in the description box down below. And with that being said, welcome to another Road to Dune 2021 coverage video. We're gonna get into my 5 reasons why Denis Villeneuve version of Dune could potentially not suck, but disappoint. Even though I'm labeling this as why Dune could suck.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Think of it as like disappoints. So I have top 5 reasons here. I'm sorry about the little delay with the Road to Dune coverage. It was meant to start back a little bit earlier with my review of Frank Herbert's Dune, which I will have that review coming next month. We're getting back into the swing of things with Dune, and with that being said, let's get into it. Rather than doing the top 5 reasons why this might be great, I decided to get this one out of the way first, and reasons why I think Dune could potentially suck. And with that being said, let's get into the reasons why I do think this will suck. I'm gonna work my way up with number 5 and then go all the way up to my number 1, because number 1, I do have a big thing to say about this, and this ain't gonna be a long video either. So let's get around it to do it. 5. This movie possibly being even worse than the David Lynch version. Now, even though I am very excited for this, the chances of this movie might be worse than the David Lynch version, I'm sorry. This being even a worse adaptation than the Lynch film is very, very likely, because I am a fan of Denis Villeneuve and his previous work, Arrival, Blade Runner 2049. I just recently saw his 2 French films he did before he hit it big with Prisoners. So he is a very capable director. What bothers me is that we don't know how long this movie is going to be. We're not sure how audiences or people are going to respond to it, especially fans of the 1984 Dune. And also, with this good cast and the crew, we don't know if this is going to turn out to be good or bad. But the reason why I think this might be even worse than a Lynch film is because even if you have a good cast and director, we're not sure how people will react to it, because at the end of the day, this is a very beloved book by Frank Herbert, and according to some early screenings, they have said that this movie is good. It is a little bit of a slow burn, but until the runtime is confirmed and such, we won't know the full truth until October the 1st. So this one is the least of my problems. Just I am a little nervous about this. Now, please do not take this lightly, because I do like this actress, and I do think that this could be a new big franchise for her, right next to Mission Impossible. But the casting choice of Lady Jessica Atreides. Now again, full disclaimer, I have nothing against Rebecca Ferguson playing this part. She is going to be great. However, considering the fact that she has only done one franchise, like Mission Impossible and a bunch of other movies that have not been the greatest of hits or failed the box office, concerns me. And also, I'm a little skeptical, because she might bring a little bit of that anti-hero-ness from Mission Impossible Fallout into this character. And that's not how Frank Herbert is described in the book. But seeing interviews with her and seeing her talk about the character has me intrigued. So, will this be a departure from Mission Impossible for her? And the big question is, can Rebecca Ferguson pull this off and really just step away from Mission Impossible for a little bit and really go for this part? Or will this just be another case of a very bad miscast choice? I don't know. We'll see. Yes, part of me is hesitant on Rebecca Ferguson, but since I like her enough as an actress, and since she has done a lot of great performances, I think she can pull this off. So this is another big least of my worries that I can easily just give a pass to. Number 3. This is really gonna push it in terms of this movie goes, and that is the simultaneous release of this movie from being in theaters to HBO Max. Obviously, of course, due to the whole pandemic that happened last year, this movie had to be pushed back to October 1st, a full year, which sent everyone into a little bit of a jealous rage. But with that, this movie is set to come out in theaters and release simultaneously, and this is what I will have to say, I kind of side with Villeneuve on this because he did make this movie intentionally for the theaters, not for streaming. Granted, a lot of people are going to go see it in the theaters opening weekend. Some people probably won't, but this possibly could hurt the box office success of this movie, and this might end up being another case of the Blade Runner 2049 syndrome, where it's a great film, but it's ultimately the box office numbers aren't very good. Now, of course, HBO Max has helped a lot of movies this year tremendously, with Wonder Woman 84 last year, even though that movie was very divided, even though it didn't make a lot of money, as it should have. Thank you, COVID. Congratulations. But it's also helped with big movies like Mortal Kombat 2021 and Godzilla vs. Kong. The Conjuring made me do it, and it's also going to have a play in helping with Suicide Squad and this movie's box office numbers. But also, HBO Max has also been a victim of some original films not getting the best of luck. With Those Who Wish Me Dead, Judas and the Black Messiah, even though that was a great film, The Little Things, I wonder if few people like that. And also, not to mention, just recently, In the Heights. But this whole plan that they're doing for this movie, I get why they're doing this. Because everyone should get a chance to go see it. But with the state of the world and some areas are going back to normal, this whole theatrical release thing not only could hurt the box office numbers, but this could also potentially hurt a potential franchise. But if anything, Godzilla vs. Kong and Mortal Kombat and the movie Nobody has taught us that you can make money during a very bad scenario like this, and it did. And this, I do think it will make money. I'm just not sure if this will be a success or a box office disappointment. We'll have to see about that. But for now, that is a big concern. The last two, I thought very hard about. I did write this in my little reasons list, which I do have it right here next to me, and make sure I read off the notes into the camera. Now, this one is going to be very big because the Dune Books has not had the best of luck going on screen. This is kind of similar to number 5, and with multiple adaptations, they have tried to get it right more and more and more times again. The first time they tried to do this was with Jodorowsky, which I have watched the documentary of what could have been, and it's a good thing they didn't go with that, but at the same time, things didn't work any better with the David Lynch version. Even though I don't hate that version, I felt like, but looking at behind the scenes stuff and reading behind the scenes stuff, the producer Dino De Laurentiis and the studio really got got into the movie, and they really heavily studio interfered with this. They was hoping it to be the next big Star Wars after, back in the day. I saw the 1984 movie last year, and while I don't think it's a complete pile of crap, I will say it is a very messy version of Frank Herbert's novel. I haven't read the books, and I might read the books after the movie comes out. I'm not sure. You can comment down below, tell me that. But that movie was not very successful, and it was very panned by critics. There are only a few small amount of people who like that movie. I'm not one of them. I just think it's okay, but very frustrating. And the miniseries got it almost right. It did change stuff around, but it got almost right. But it did do the series books right for the most part, as well as with Children of Dune, which I've also recently saw. So those reviews will be coming in July and August, because we're moving back into the swing of Dune. But here, I hope with Villeneuve's version that this could be the one to break the curse of the Dune books not having the greatest luck. So with that being said, that is my number 2. But my number 1, my big thing with this movie for people on the internet, because I have seen this more than once at this point, the unnecessary comparisons to the Lord of the Rings trilogy and Star Wars. Yes, technically I know Dune was an influence for Star Wars, but to compare this movie, this planned 2-part adaptation, to Star Wars and Lord of the Rings is completely unnecessary. Star Wars, Dune, and unnecessary are completely different things. Yes, Star Wars and Dune are in the same vein, which is sci-fi, but when you look at the equation, this is nothing like Lord of the Rings. This is different from Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings was based on books by J.R.R. Tolkien with the Fellowship and Frodo and Sam and all those well-loved characters having to go on the quest to destroy the One Ring. This isn't destroying the One Ring. This is about a hero character, in the case of Paul, played by Timothée Chalamet, having to go onto this other planet and fulfill his destiny and his quest. And I think the comparisons between this and Star Wars is completely unnecessary. You do see some hints of Star Wars in the case of the hero, but it's not a complete thing to really compare to, because it's not a fair comparison towards this or those two great franchises. You have to really think of this as the next big sci-fi epic instead of the next Star Wars, or this is going to be the next Lord of the Rings, or this is going to be the next Star Wars. No. This is a new sci-fi epic from Denis Villeneuve, and I really think people should be taking that into consideration. Because if you go into this expecting the Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or the Mandalorian, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Not only that, you're also going to set this movie up for failure at the box office. So that's easily my number 1. That was easily, of course, my top 5 reasons as to why Dune could suck. I will be right back before the release of the film, or probably in August, as my top 5 reasons why Dune could be awesome. And that is going to be fun to do. So in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of this video? Are you excited for the rest of my Dune 2021 coverage? Be on the lookout for my review of Frank Herbert's Dune coming next month, sometime next month. We're getting back to the swing of things. All my social media links are in the description box down below, to my Facebook, Instagram, and such. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, get notified when videos like this are, or when I go live. Otherwise, you won't get notifications to add one of those. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. You guys keep cool, enjoy the Epictasticness.